If you live in Miami, or even if you don't, honestly, I think everyone can agree with me on this. Miami has the most pretty girls in one concentrated area. Every single girl I see is a 10 out of 10. Everywhere I walk, there's just the prettiest girl I've ever seen in my life on every corner. Like I look to my right, most beautiful girl I've ever seen. I look to my left, an even prettier girl. I'm like, how is this possible? It's a very humbling, but also motivating experience. And all I'm saying is if I were a single guy, this is where I would be trying to find a girlfriend.
Welcome to the MGTOW Sigma channel. In today's video, we'll cover a woman who invited a man out to dinner, spent over $300, and then expected him to pay the bill, even though she was the one who extended the invitation. We'll also take a look at a woman sharing red flags to watch for in other women, as well as a woman complaining about the behaviors of another woman that reveals she might be more of an enemy than a friend in your circle. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
Cammy, I don't understand how you move on from guys so quick. Like, how do you turn off your emotions like that? Guys, let me give you the secret, right? It's straight up delusion, okay? A boy doesn't like you. He's not obsessed with you. He doesn't want to date you. You tell yourself that boy is literally mentally ill, okay? Like, there is something wrong with him. The fact that he doesn't want to be with me, like, babe is not well in the head. He needs to get sent to rehab ASAP, okay? And when you have this mentality, you literally move on from motherfucker so quick. Like, I'll literally be like, oh, he doesn't like me. He's literally not okay. He's, like, not well. Wish him the best, right? And then a couple hours later, you're out popping your pussy for the next man, shaking ass on anybody you can, and I promise you, you won't even think twice about that guy because he's literally not okay. He's not mentally right. He cannot be with you at a time like this. I promise you. You'll just forget about him, and
Of course, because if a man doesn't want to be with you, he must need urgent psychological help, right? It's convenient to blame someone else's mental state for rejection, instead of accepting that maybe he just wasn't interested. This is the type of woman a Chad easily handles, showering her with attention and love bombing until he gets what he wants: intimacy. A man who's looking for something serious will take a more measured approach. He'll be patient because, first, you're not his only option, and second, he doesn't want to rush and make mistakes. But with her inflated ego, she won't see it that way. Instead, she'll end up complaining on social media about how there are no good men and how she can never find someone who truly values her.
Have to see this foolery.
You invited me out to come to eat, and that was not even my idea. That was your idea, right? And I'm offering to pay half, but you want me to pay the whole thing?
I'm the woman. I shouldn't have to pay anything.
But you invited him and you can't accept half? Wow.
But this was your idea to come out. You the one that invited me out.
And you're the man, so you have to pay the bill.
Says who?
Who made that goddamn rule?
Says me. What do you mean?
In what book is that written in?
And that's just a rule. You pay the whole bill, you sleep on the couch.
I ain't even trying to go to your house. I'm trying to go home.
Joke's on you, hot cat mama.
Because you're the man, and you're responsible for the bill.
I'm about to take my goddamn card back in my wallet because it's some bullshit right there.
Now your unappreciative, entitled ass is responsible for the whole goddamn bill.
You the one that was ordering all that shit. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's your problem, not mine. And I'm still trying to offer. I'm going to pay half for it. Are you going to pay half?
No.
See, this is the bullshit I'm always talking about. Women think because you're the man, you got to pay for it. But they want to be independent black women. She's paying for it.
Okay. She paying? You're making
She's
her
definitely
pay
paying for the whole thing.
You're making her pay? Oh, that
She is.
doesn't seem right.
What do you mean it's not right?
It doesn't seem right.
It doesn't seem right.
Don't invite no man out if you're not willing to pay. He offered to pay half, which was very generous of him because he probably should have just said, I'll pay for my food only. And then she ordered up $300 worth of food. She ain't nothing but a goddamn red flag with Lee.
This message is for any woman watching. This is what hurts men. Spending $300 on food is almost the same as a week's worth of groceries. Yet, you take him to a restaurant you picked and expect him to cover the bill. You're essentially using him. This man showed too much patience. I would have walked out already. On top of that, you threaten him with, "You'll sleep on the couch?" That man doesn't want to be around you anymore. The worst part is you recorded it to make him look cheap, but all you did was show that you're a freeloader, expecting men to pay for your every wish with the typical "you're the man" excuse. But where does it say he has to pay every time? You want a traditional man, but there's nothing traditional about you. Besides, you were the one who invited him. So, brothers, what would you have done in this situation? The real red flag here is this woman.
In women that you should not ignore. One, she tells you that all her exes are crazy or abusive. She's always the victim in her past relationship. The reason why it's a red flag is that she doesn't take responsibility of her own actions. She always blames it on someone else. Two, she gives you a lot of attention and validation and affection very early on. And why is this a red flag? It's because it's called love bombing and it's a manipulative technique that a lot of narcissists use. She tells you within a few weeks that she never felt like that before, that she loves you. Three, she gives you the silence treatment. Let's say she's upset at you. She's not going to talk to you for hours or even days. And why is this a red flag? It's because the communication is so important in a relationship. So if she doesn't communicate with you, how do you know what's going on? Or she just got out of a relationship. She hasn't moved on. She needs time to heal. The reason why she's dating you is that she used you as a rebound. She's just trying to heal faster. Five, she's unappreciative. So let's say you do something for her, you cook for her, you pick her up. She never appreciates, she never say thank you. And the last one is that she seeks external validation, especially from other men. It can be either through the clothes she wears or the pictures she posts online.
Brothers, responsibility is kryptonite for women. Always pay attention to how she talks about her exes or her father. If she's never respected a male figure in her life, it won't be any different with you. Love bombing is also a red flag. If she's overly attentive to you too quickly, ask yourself if her interest is genuine or if she's after something else, like your money. Remember, don't trust her words as much as her actions. Be firm in your boundaries, but gentle in expressing your needs. Pay attention to whether she respects your red lines and what action she takes for you. If she never does anything tangible, like cooking a meal for you, giving you a small gift, or helping with something basic at your place, she's not interested in taking care of you. A woman who truly cares for a man shows it through actions, not just words. If all she does is bombard you with fake love, she's just looking to take advantage of you. Don't be afraid to stand your ground. A real relationship is built on reciprocity, not illusions.
A sexy man who is struggling with getting likes and matches on him, like you're attractive, you're tall, you're interesting, what, like, you know yourself to be a worthwhile guy, but your dating apps are not reflect. I just had a client go from 0 to hero. He was literally getting roses from attractive woman after making this one switch. I wish I was exaggerating. Literally one quick switch. I see this mistake all the time. It is one of the lessons I go over in my workshop, which you should really grab from the top of my page if you're trying to make the dating apps actually work for you. The pitfall that so many of you attractive men fall into is being overly fuckboy on your profile. Chances are you got to where you are in life right now in part due to your awareness, like social awareness. But if all of your prompts are something you might have found on my page, it's not customized enough to your individual personality. Make sure you have at least one photo of you smiling, being a little bit silly even. And from your prompts, if I were to look at your profile, I used to offer profile reviews, not anymore, but if you want a chance at one, link in bio. I should be able to have a sense of who you are, what you like to do, and what you're looking for. Remember, if you're trying to match with women, what would a woman want to see actually? Not what do the boys tell you the girls want to see. Just add one photo of you smiling and a little bit more specificity in your prompts. You're golden. Follow for more.
When I was younger, I took a sales course and learned one of the most underrated skills among men today. It was there that I met my mentor in seduction, a man who, despite not being physically attractive, had an undeniable magnetism, especially with women. His motto was simple: a man who doesn't know how to sell himself won't even get a girlfriend. This man had a defined style, classic, casual, and sporty, but only for the gym. He was always impeccably dressed, elegant wherever he went, wearing a good cologne, a standout watch, and getting a fresh haircut every week. He invested in his image beyond just hitting the gym. He understood that first impressions matter. If you treat yourself as someone of no value, the world will treat you the same way. From him, I learned to refresh my style every 4 months, changing my haircut, which has worked wonders for me, even in relationships. That small change brings a fresh vibe to your image. If you're bald, try experimenting with different beard styles. Brothers, invest in your image. As my mentor always said, your best product is yourself. Presenting the best version of you not only helps in seduction, but also in business and friendships. The way you present yourself to the world influences how others perceive you. So make every detail count. This isn't just about appearance. It's an investment in how the world treats you.
About everything that makes you not a girl's girl. I thought this was like common knowledge, but apparently not. So let's just start with the basics, okay? If we're out at a bar and I point out some guy and I'm like, oh, that guy's really cute. And your friend's like, which guy? And you're like, guy in the blue shirt. I think guy in blue shirt is really cute. And she goes over and starts talking to him. That's not a girl's girl. If I've had any sort of a fling, talking stage with a guy, whatever, and even after we're done, a friend just like decides to talk to him or hooks up with him or whatever, that's not a girl's girl. Heavy on the like, if I really like that guy or he was an asshole or something to me and you still go after him, you're not a girl's girl. It could be as little as, let's say a guy did you dirty and you run into him at the bar and she's like the first one of the group to like go over and say hello to him. Like, ew, why are you doing that? You're getting ready to go out or just go do something and everybody's hyping you up in your outfit and like, you know, you look good, but she's like literally the only person in the group being like, I don't really like that outfit. Like I liked outfit number one better. Whereas like literally everybody is telling you like, you look so hot and sexy or whatever. And she's like, I think you should just really go with the other outfit. Not a girl's girl. If you happen to be in a group setting with this girl and there's a bunch of men there and she happens to just bring up like very unnecessary things about you or like things that you're very openly insecure about, and she's just like openly bringing them up in front of men slash like almost embarrassing you in a way in front of them, that's not a girl's girl. If I'm complimenting your outfit or like asking where you got like a certain shirt from, I'm like, oh my God, that's so cute, where'd you get it? And you don't tell me where you get it from, that's literally not a girl's girl. You fucking gatekeeping bitch. Like, tell me where you got it from. Like, this is wildly specific, but like, let's say it's like very openly known that like a guy did me dirty or whatever, and you're like out here hanging out with him at the bar when I'm not there, slash posting him on your Snapchat story. You are literally not a girl's girl. You're not for the fucking girls, and I literally hope you don't have a single girlfriend. This is more of just like a general thing to look out for, but if you notice that a compliment from a man validates her more than compliments from her friends, her family, other women, or just like women in general, she's not a fucking girl's girl. If there's any sort of other woman situation where maybe the guy that you're talking to, you find out there's some other woman, or like you're dating a guy and you find out that there's some other woman in a way, and your first instinct is to hate on the woman rather than the man, you're not a fucking girl's girl. If we're like recapping a night out and all the attention is on me, right? And all my friends are all talking like, oh my God, like Josh was all over you last night. Like Josh was flirting with you. Like he's so attractive, whatever. He's obsessed with you, blah, blah, blah. And you're like kind of trying to steal the spotlight, being like, oh, Josh was like flirting with me. Or like Josh was like literally flirting with me too, whatever. Get out of my face. Like, you're literally not a girl's girl. Like, you want a man to validate you so bad that you have to put down any of your friends' sort of like accomplishments or whatever with a man, then you are 100% not for the girlies. I think that's all for today, but there's definitely more I have for this. Well, anyways, follow for more.
It's ironic, but true. A woman's biggest enemy is often another woman. Women don't have friends, they have rivals, and everything revolves around outshining each other. It's the typical scenario where a friend suddenly becomes interested in all the men the other woman likes. And if the friend is less attractive, it gets worse. They feel like she doesn't deserve what she has, and it should be theirs instead, just because they're prettier. That's why, once a woman gets married, she often distances herself from her single friends, avoids having them around her husband, and keeps them away from her personal life. In a world full of snakes, no one wants to be the one bitten. The world of women can be cutthroat. They have to watch out not just for other women, but also for their own friends. These friends are often the first ones to stir trouble in relationships, and sometimes they end up being the ones with whom husbands cheat. It's no surprise when, after a breakup, The single friend is the first to show up with the line, "She didn't value you the way you deserved." This happens more often than you think, because at the end of the day, a woman's worst enemy is usually another woman. That's a wrap for today on MGTOW Sigma. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you're the first to know when the next video is out. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you tomorrow.